Hey, what's up you guys? It's Margie. I'm back with another video. It's been 9 months, it's 2019, and this is like the 900th take of me trying to record this video. But I'm here with a vengeance. We're gonna power through, we're gonna do this. My last two videos were of my first purchase and first impressions of BH Cosmetics, and I'm back. I'm back with more BH Cosmetic goodies because they finally had my stuff on sale and I actually needed to restock really badly. So we're gonna run through real quick what I purchased and then we're gonna get into it. So I bought two of their waterproof lip liners. I bought the new Zodiac Love Signs palette. Hey. I bought the Modern Mattes palette for my girlfriend Leah. And then I bought 5 of the Naturally Flawless foundations, 2 of which I'm sending to my friend Leah. What's up, girl? And then 3 of which I'm keeping. So first things first, when I first opened this package, I love their new like mailing packaging. And this blew my mind, but this was on the top. It's this like neon orange bubble mailer, but it's fun and 100% reusable. Like, this is super smart. This is what they packaged all the palettes in, and especially if you travel a lot or just travel with makeup, just stick your palettes in here and you're definitely gonna worry less about them breaking whilst traveling. So this is super awesome. They also changed the packaging of the BH Cosmetics foundation. It gives you this little like window to see the product inside, and although for a consumer like me it doesn't make sense, it does make sense for like selling in brick and mortar retail stores like Ulta. So we're gonna run through. I'm gonna start with the waterproof lip liners. I got 2 of them. I got one in the color Rosy and one in the color Glory, and these were $2.50. I think they were on sale, and honestly $2.50 is like a steal. So it's just really simple black packaging with the colored nub of what the liner is supposed to look like. This is in the color Glory. It's one of the only reds that they had left in stock, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do a line. Oh, I broke it. I fucking broke it. Oh my god, just my luck. Alright, so I'm gonna do this where I can see it. I want to say, oh, this is like really pink. It's like a very bluey red. But with my broken nub, this is the swatch that I managed to get. And then this is the color Rosy, so we're gonna try that. Oh, this is very pretty. It's super creamy. It goes on really, really well. My only issue is this one kind of broke off a little itty bitty chunk on the tip of my finger, so I'm hoping these aren't super crumbly, that it's going to be difficult for me to use them without breaking them. But this is Rosy, and this is literally the color that me and like 5 million other girls are obsessed with and own like 500 different variations of. So I would like to also mention that with my purchase, I got a free eyeshadow palette. I know it's if you make a $30 purchase or more, you get free shipping, so I'm wondering if they just did this as a continuing holiday promotion. Either way, I'm not complaining, but I got this Royal Affair palette. It's 20 colored shadows. I actually never looked into this after checking out. I was just like, I'll see it when it gets here and we'll see what it looks like. It does have an additional like box with it, and it's really interesting that on the box it gives you like a preview of what shades are in here. But we're gonna go ahead and open it. You get a nicely sized mirror with it, which I love, and then you get a variety of mattes and shimmers. It's got a lot of neutrals and then a lot of the like popular fall colors, like this mustard, these olives, and this like maroon. I do plan on doing a look with my new stuff. I don't think I'm actually going to be using this palette right now, so I'll definitely be doing a look with this palette in the future. If you guys have this palette, please share your videos, your looks, whatever, what you like or dislike about this palette in the comments below. I always love to hear or see what people think and create with their palettes. The other palette I wanted to share with you guys is the Modern Mattes palette. I did not purchase this for myself. My friend Leah actually purchased this, like I mentioned earlier in the video, but I figured I would share it with you guys. This palette came out to be $9.10. You've got a few vibrant colors here. You've got a lot of varieties of blue. You've got this super neon green. This red almost looks like neon orange. I think that's going to be super fun to play with. Hopefully it works really well for you, Leah. This looks super nice. Finally, the pièce de résistance, The Zodiac Love Signs palette. I was so excited when I first saw this palette out and about. It took me a little while to actually get it, but I finally have it and I'm super excited. It has a sleeve. I'm going to pull that off. And we're going to open this bad boy. So I love the vibe I get from not only the packaging, but the rest of this. I love that it's a little more flirty, colorful, compared to the original. But let's just pull these bad boys up. Hi, me. Here we go. You have them side to side. And I think having the two of these is actually going to be a lot of fun. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like we should have had like a lime green in here. Just saying. Like, yeah, I could just buy the Take Me to Brazil palette, but guess what? I already own it. So, Anyway, I'm super excited for this palette. I'm super excited to do a look with this palette for you guys right now. I can finally stop rambling about this stuff I bought. And we can get into it. I'm also noticing that like my little ring light is possibly dying, so we're just going to try to plow through. So I've already prepped my skin, I've got it moisturized, I've got my damp beauty blender, and right now I'm actually doing this thing that I've been doing a lot. When I dampen my beauty blender with water, I just kind of tap it on top of my skin. Bare, like no product, no nothing, just the water, and it kind of refreshes my skin a little bit. So the last products that I purchased were the Naturally Flawless foundation. As I mentioned before, this is my new Ride or Die foundation. Last time I purchased this foundation, I bought it in, I believe it's called Ivory Beige. They unfortunately were out of stock, so I purchased all the rest of the other colors surrounding it, so we're going to find out if it works. If it doesn't, hopefully I could just mix the two together and come out with the perfect finish. Here we go, 1, 2. I'm gonna do 2 pumps just in case this doesn't end up being our color. And I'm just gonna put this all over the place. Maybe it's a little light. I think it looks fine. I also have super crappy lighting in my room, even with this ring light dying on me, so I'm just gonna go with it looks fine and we're fine. This foundation just feels absolutely lightweight, breathable, natural, amazing. It gives you like a natural sheen to your skin, so it doesn't make you look oily or super matte / dry, and I just love it. Okay, we're gonna dip into this bad boy now. I have no idea what I'm going for because I never do, but we're just gonna wing it, just like we did in my first video. I'm just gonna use my, I think it's the number 6 brush. It's just a fluffy brush. Whatever fluffy brush you have, use it. I'm gonna dip into, let's see, I'm gonna dip into the matte version of Pisces. Oh, so in case this is confusing for you, around the outer circle by the baked shadows, you have the horoscope names of the shadows. When I say the matte version of, say, Libra, so this is the name, this is the baked shadow, this is the matte shadow, this is what I'm talking about. So I'm just talking about going down from the name to that matte shadow. So I'm gonna dip into, what did I say? Pisces? You know, actually I changed my mind. I'm gonna dip into Libra. It looks a little more cool tone for me. I'm just doing 1, 2, 3. Again, very minimal kickback, which I love. This is 3 dips, and it's looking like it picked up a decent amount of product there. I'm just gonna blow it off a little bit. Oh, and now I have a mirror. Hee hee. We're just gonna, oh god, the lighting is so crap in here. It's gonna be really hard. Okay, so we're gonna lay down this Scorpio matte. It's very light. I don't see a whole ton of pink in it when I'm laying it down, but it seems to act like a really good base color, and hopefully this will help make the rest of the colors pop. Now I'm going to go back into Libra. I'm just going to put that in my outer corner and work it into the crease.
I'm sorry.
You asshole. Yeah, I'd like to thank my boyfriend. He's quietly sitting next to me playing video games while I film this, and he just so incredibly rudely coughed.
Couldn't help it.
You're a jerk. I'm gonna dip into the matte shade of Aquarius, which is like this deep turquoise color. Whoa, okay. I put 2 taps in. It's got a little bit of kickback, as you can see right there, but look at this. That is, oh my god. I'm gonna blow some off. We're gonna put that again in the outer corner and build it up into and above the crease. And as you can see, I'm just kind of tapping it and using very small brushing strokes. I'm actually going to drag this out a little more. There we go. Then we're going to do this on the other eye, so I'll just fast forward you guys through this. I just checked and there's absolutely like no fallout under my eyes from this shade, and I know sometimes with the darker shades that can be something that is an issue. Okay, I'm also at this moment gonna go ahead and use whatever I have left over on my brush to run it on my lower lash line. Just kind of freehanding it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and switch on my brush just so I can make sure that the colors don't mix from the darker shadow. I'm going to go ahead and use, I'm going to use my ColourPop brush. It's just like a flat brush. You would use it for your lid, your concealer, whatever, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this. And I'm going to go into, actually, real quick, I'm gonna go back into my foundation. I'm gonna take just a little itty bitty bit, just teeny tiny little, put a little bit of foundation onto my brush, and I'm gonna put it over my lid here just to clean it up a little bit so I can put that color down that I'm looking to do. So I'm gonna just take a tiny bit on this brush and I'm gonna tilt my head up so I can get a better look in light. And just lay this down. I went a little bit above my crease. I don't know if you can see it. There's just like a tiny little line right above my crease. I'm gonna try. Okay, so now that we've got this cleaned up a little bit, I'm gonna go into Cancer. I'm gonna use the back side of the brush that I use with my foundation just so it's a little drier. And because this is the only clean one I have, you don't always need a new brush. On yourself. On clients, definitely. You want to be sanitary. So I did 3 swipes of Cancer, and we're about to find out how this baby looks. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I feel like either with a finger or like a damp brush, this would show up a little better. So I'm gonna do a swirl rather than like a swipe. We're gonna see how this works out. That looks super good. I'm going to try to get it up into that crease area. Doesn't seem to be catching up there. So I'm actually using the tip of my brush and tapping it into the pan and basically almost like lining it. I'm also working some of this Cancer into my outer corner just to follow the natural curve that I set by bringing this black in. And hopefully this will give me the illusion of having slightly bigger eyes. Okay, I'm gonna go back with my fluffy brush, my fluffy brush that has a little bit of that blue still on there. Oh my god, look at this. Ooh. And I'm just gonna blend these two together and redefine some of that blue. Okay, so now, finally, I'm gonna go into the baked version of Cancer, and I already know that I'm gonna prefer to do this with my finger. Actually, for the sake of finding out, I will use the same brush that I used with the matte version of Cancer just to see how this shows up on a brush. So I did 3 swipes. Hey. And we're gonna see how this looks. Oh, okay. Okay. The first initial dab was very impressive, but afterwards it was hard to get the same amount of color on other portions, and I don't feel like swiping it around. So I'm gonna use my pinky and dab that on there. And then whatever I have to move around afterwards, I will move around afterwards. So I got my initial product on. I'm gonna go in with my brush and kind of clean it up a little bit. It's very gold. I love it. I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush with the blue and try to blend this out a little more right here on the lid. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how the eyes turned out for now. We're gonna go into the highlighter in the middle, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of highlight on the inner corner. I'm actually gonna use this number 10 brush. It's just a really small condensed fluffy brush. I'm gonna dip that into the highlighter. I'm gonna put a little bit on my inner corner, and then I'm gonna put a little bit on the tip of my nose and cheekbones and above my cupid's bow. So I'm already seeing that compared to the first original highlighter, the consistency is about the same. It's kind of powdery. It's not super creamy. It's almost gritty when you swatch it with your finger. So it's kind of difficult for it to show up, especially on top of the gold. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little bit of it on the tip of my nose and the bridge. Yeah, as far as I can tell right now, this highlighter is definitely a little too subtle and almost disappointing for me. If anything, it just ends up looking like I have glitter on my face rather than like a highlight. So I'm actually gonna go into my OG Zodiac palette, the original highlighter, which ends up looking like this. It's like a pearl color, and then it's got champagne, flex, and some other colors in here too. And I'm just gonna do that. Though the original highlighter still also has some of that glitter properties in it, it's definitely more of a highlighter to me. So now for the lips, we're going to finish up the eyes in just a minute, but I had a lipstick picked out. I'm going to go ahead and use the waterproof lip liner in Rosy, if that doesn't get annoying. So on first impressions with the lip liner, it's very creamy, it's smooth, it's soft, and it's very comfortable to work with. So I didn't get any of BH Cosmetics matte lipsticks. I think I'm going to do that next time around because I would like to see how they perform. This is the Lottie London Slay All Day in the color, let's see, Hun. A little too pink for me right now. I'm gonna go ahead and, instead of wiping this off, I'm just gonna go over it in my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lip in Pure Hollywood. Okay, we got our lips on. Now we're gonna finish our eyes. So I am gonna go ahead and do my brows real quick. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in medium brown. Okay, so that's the most amount of effort I want to put into my eyebrows today. Quick tip, if you don't have a Brow Wiz or a brow pencil, or maybe you're too lazy like me, I typically just use eyeshadow, honestly. Oh no, another not even uneven, they're just too square. And then if you're not totally happy with it, try to blend it out with your blue blender. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to line my eyes with my new NYX Epic Ink Liner. Now we're gonna try to match it on the other side, which is not gonna happen because it never does to me. One thing I like to do after I get my eyeliner on is sometimes just kind of fix up my eyeshadow to where my eyeliner ends up being so I don't get like that empty patch of skin should I wing my eyeliner out too far. Okay guys, and this is my finished look. I am absolutely not only impressed with myself today, but I'm still super impressed with BH Cosmetics. I love this palette. I love the amount of creativity it brings out in you to create a look with all the different varieties of colors, especially if you have the original and the second one. I think they're both going to work super well together, and it just adds that many more options and opportunities for you. I'm looking right now and I can tell that this foundation that I chose, I think it's the rosy beige, is maybe a little too warm on me, but again, I'll probably just end up mixing it with some of my other shades that I picked up, and hopefully they'll be restocking my shades soon. Thank you guys so much for sticking it out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I hope this helps you figure out your purchases in the future, or even give you some inspiration for creating your own looks with the palette. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been really fun. Hope you guys all had a great holiday season and a happy new year, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.